Hey, eighth grade. So we have done a lot of practices learning 1 point linear perspective. We did 3 different videos for 3 different practices. And with those, we were learning how to put in the road, how to put in buildings, looking at the details that go with the buildings, talking about trees, light post. Remember, if it's not vertical, it looks like a semi or something ran into it. So we want to make sure that we have those posts that are vertical. With this example right here, you can see how we're starting to fill up the picture plane because you don't want to have a lot of empty space. If all your buildings are on this side over here and you don't have anything up here, you're not filling the picture plane. So let's talk about that rubric. I will have this available also under classwork so that you can read it again. We are working on 1 point linear perspective. You will need a clean sheet of white paper. If you need paper, please let me know and I can leave you some in the office. It needs to be horizontal. If for some reason it needs to be vertical, you need to get my permission first. I did have one student that had this amazing idea, and for her drawing to work, yes, it would need to be vertical. So you'll need to make sure that you have a ruler and a graphite pencil. That's just a regular number 2 pencil. Your paper will have a horizon line and vanishing point. None of this will work if we don't have that vanishing point. Everything will recede back to that vanishing point. So it's very easy to take a ruler to any one of these drawings and check to see if the lines are going to the dot. Okay, remember this is art, math, and science, so it has rules. You must have 4 or more buildings. Now, it could be that you're drawing a city. It could be you're drawing something in the country. It could be you're drawing something along the beach, okay? You've got something going on, maybe a lighthouse and different things you want to have in your drawing. You must have 4 or more buildings. Doing that will show me that you understand the lines go to the vanishing point. Now, look closely. You need to have doors and windows with frames. We want to include the details. You have to have frames. 3 of the windows must be on the side. Does that mean you can only have 3 windows? No. Let's look right here. These 3 windows right here are on the side, and they show me an understanding that the lines go to the vanishing point. So you can have a lot of windows on the side. Of course, you can have windows on the front, but you must have at least 3 that show me an understanding. Is that 3 for every building? No, it is not 3 for every building. Okay, this right here had been 1. Okay, then I could have added 2 from there. All right, could have had a window on the side over here, but you must have at least 3 total that I can see that you understand it goes to the vanishing point. You must have at least 1 door on the side. Again, that's showing me an understanding that you know it goes to the vanishing point. It does not mean every building has to have a door on the side, but just having 1 on the side shows me that understanding. Okay. Your road is a side road with a road with a side road or an intersection. We talked a little bit about that before, like when we were zooming. It could be that you have a country road. It could be that your road is actually a railroad track. Okay. It could be that your road is part of a dirt road. How would you make it look that way? So you have to include that. So if I was drawing a beach scene and I had the ocean over here and I had the boardwalk, okay, the side road could be over here, like maybe leading to the hotel or to restaurants, but that boardwalk with the wood on it would count as your road, all right? You must have 3 trees or more, okay? Remember, you can always have more. Think about the trees. It could be that it's a cactus, it could be palm tree, it could be evergreens, could be just a regular tree. You've got access to the internet. Look up some really good examples of tree drawings and see if there's something there that goes with your theme. Okay, it's going to depend on your theme, what kind of trees there are. You must have 5 or more posts. The post could be a light post, fence post, stop sign, but you must have 5 or more, all right? For this example right here, she has the street lights right here with the post. She has lights here with the post. She has signs with a post, okay? This right here, fence, post. So you must have 5 or more. If I look at this example right here, I would count these 2 right here as a post because they are vertical and it shows me that understanding. Here with the lamps, okay, again, that shows me an understanding that they are to be vertical. Remember, if it's leaning anyway, it's like somebody ran over it. And maybe that's possible. Maybe you had a tank run it over and we can see the tank. But it has to be vertical unless it's intentionally destroyed. Now, value and texture. That will come after you send me your drawing first. All right, that value is going to be your shading. So looking here, I can see that there's shading here at the road. This camera is not showing the best lighting, but there's shading here in the grass area. There's shading on the buildings. If we look here, this is a winter scene, but we can see some of the shading coming in here with the buildings. Texture, like brick texture. You have to show that. I have to see your drawing before you are allowed to do all that shading. So you will have to send me your drawing probably by Wednesday so that you can have the drawing finished by Friday. All right, that's part of the credit, part of the points is that I have to okay your drawing before you shade it so I can check that lines are going to the vanishing point. Be creative. What is your theme? I've been throwing ideas out to you. I've been showing you some student samples. I'm going to upload some student samples to a Google Classroom that are different than the ones we've seen here, just to give you some ideas. Be creative. What would you want in there? Like I said, some students have already reached out to me and they've had some really cool ideas of what they want to do. Okay, so what's your theme? You don't want it to look like our practice. That's just practice. If your drawing looks like our practice, that's kind of boring. So what do you want to do to make it different? We need to fill the picture plane, and it needs to be done neatly. So let's go back to this example. Here we have New York City, Christmas. You can see that she has definitely filled this picture plane. She even has a little area back here with a country road and little trees back there. It's snowing. Santa's up here. There are tons of little cars here on the street, little people. The stores are all busy. So she filled up this entire paper. This example, there is a little bit of empty space here, but I'm not too worried about it because she really filled all this up, okay, with these extra buildings and different things. So it still fills the picture plane. This one right here, okay, there's only a little bit of negative space up here. The rest of it is filling it up. So you have to fill up the picture plane. The 10 or additional items are going to depend on your theme. You can't have just the buildings and trees and lampposts or fence posts. What else is going to be in there? So think about your theme. So be creative. And it needs to be done neatly. You are using a ruler, so it should be done neatly. Always double check your lines are going to the vanishing point. You cannot add the value and texture to the buildings and the trees until I okay that. Remember, by Wednesday, I should be seeing what your drawing is like, and then I'll be telling you guys you can go ahead and add the value. If you have any questions at all, please email me. Please let me know if you need some paper or if you need a ruler, and I can leave that for you in the office. I'm going to upload all this into Google Classroom so you'll be able to see some examples and the rubric.